And we are live again. Another watch along. This watch alongs for the Morocco versus Croatia match, i.e. Hakim Ziyech versus Mateo Kovacic. Let's see what happens. Who's gonna win? Personally, I think it's gonna be a draw. But we shall see. Everyone will have Croatia as the favourites, and rightly so. They did get to the World Cup final in the previous edition, and they have a strong team. Got Modric, Guardiola, you got Mateo Kovacic, of course. I don't believe Mandzukic is still playing for them, but they have a strong team. More known players than what Morocco has. Morocco's most known players is Hakim Ziyech, Achraf Hakimi. Everyone else is not actually playing at the most elite level, whereas a lot of Croatia's players are. So it's going to be an interesting watch. But what's you guys' thoughts and opinions? The match kicks off in about 12 minutes. Good morning. Hope everyone slept well though. Big team. Oh. Appreciate the like. Whoever liked the video. Appreciate that. Let me just. Come on, my bro. Covering Ziyech Masterclass. I really hope one of them or both of them do well. I hope it's a draw. Maybe one of them get a cheeky goal each, And to be fair, a lot of Chelsea players have been playing well in this World Cup so far. So, yeah, man. But my bro is CFC_Blues. Always a reliable person I can always count on to support, man. And to anyone who joins the chat or watches this after, make sure to subscribe. Not just to subscribe, but to follow at CFC_Blues on Instagram. He has all the TikToks or all the reels that you guys would want to see. Oh, they have Lovren as well. Oh, damn, they got Brozovic, Perisic, they got all the itch. They got all the itch. I forget, that's what Am will normally say. They got all the itch in the place.
You're going to recognise a few faces here in this Morocco starting lineup. You've got the former Wolves defender Romain Saiss, who captains on the side. Chelsea's Hakim Ziyech, only one Premier League start for him this campaign. It'll be good to see how he fares. And of course, Achraf Hakimi playing at right back there of PSG. He's been spoken about so much because he can play left back or right back.
Oh, they got Mazraoui as well from what's that team called again? Mazraoui from Bayern Munich. And their goalkeeper's from Sevilla. Tuesday, I packed him a lot on Ultimate Team. That's the reason why I remember his name.
retired, and not on that level, trust me. So, I mean, he's just an amazing player, isn't he? To go on that age, 37, and be such a force of nature for his domestic club, Real Madrid, but also for his nation, is unbelievable. But yeah, the technique, we've seen it obviously when he played in the Premier League, when he played for Tottenham Hotspur, and then obviously for Real Madrid. He's the playmaker. He's that soul and heart of that team, and also such a humble guy. That's also very important as a personality to be in that dressing room. But everybody takes on what he says. He's a captain. He's a silent captain. What I always say. He's not the most vocal point, but he's a silent one. He let his game do the talking, and that's why he's still the number one guy there.
He's actually seen generations pass through his side, and if you like your stats, here's one for you. He'll be the first player now to play in 3 different decades at either a World Cup or Euros. It's fantastic to see. However, Joe, you have my home to Morocco today, don't you?
I do, and it's not so much Morocco are a good team, lots of energy, top players, Hakim Ziyech, but for Croatia, you said that a healthy blend of old and new. I feel like they might be entering in I might be wrong, but they might be entering into a transitional period for the country. Fantastic midfield, but you've still got Dejan Lovren. He's 34. Perisic, not playing every week, he's 33, 34. Top players, and sometimes you get a healthy mix, and sometimes they're just not ready. It might be a tournament too late or a tournament too early for the next generation. My hopes for Morocco, they're a bit strong. The back four, very strong. All players, some we know, Slice from Wolves, good players. Haggard, the new West Ham centre, very, very good player. This could be one of the games. I'm really looking forward to it personally. I think this will be a top game, 2 well-balanced teams, and let's see what happens.
It feels like we're going to see some real battles across the park today.
Yeah, we will do, and I think it's going to be a good test for Croatia. They have got that older player, in the team. They've got an aging group, but actually they've still got a lot of quality, and also they've got that international tournament experience. And so, yeah, when you look at the Moroccan team, they've got that energy. They're going to play with a high tempo, and so it's going to be an interesting test for Morocco for where Croatia can end up in this tournament.
Well, looking forward to seeing how it all plays out here, and here we go then. The teams are all set, and so too are our commentators. 2 Johns in the commentary box for us, Hartson, the first champion.
My boy Hakim Ziyech getting on the camera.
Well, maybe that should be a starter at 10. The first of 4 matches.
My boy Hakim Ziyech. Come on. Don't have. Why can't they just show Kovacic as well, But come on, Kovacic or Hakim Ziyech, masterclass incoming.
The team that they beat in the 2018 final, Croatia, were first to occupy the spotlight today, and they share it with the Atlas Lions, Morocco, who've been one of the most difficult sides to beat in world football over the past couple of years. The team striding out into Albites, which staged the tournament over at a vast triple-decker stadium shaped like a Bedouin tent, but occupied today by teams fully committed
Come
to
on,
the
yeah.
proudly patriotic. Their respective anthems a statement as well as a call to action. أصحاب السمو والمعالي السيدات والسادة
Oh, he did much, man. African teams have been doing well well, can't say well done, but Morocco have a good chance. One of the underdogs, so let's see what won. The match will start in about 3 minutes. And just remember, to everyone who's gonna watch this video, man will be doing the watchalongs for this match, and then after for the Germany versus Japan match, and then after that for the Germany versus Japan, and then Spain versus Costa Rica. That's what we will be doing today. Remember, these Chelsea player watchalongs are only for Chelsea first team players. So no one that's on loan will I be doing this for.
Gillies goal of the season for Southampton. West Ham's Aguirre starts in defence, alongside Roman Saiz until recently of Wolverhampton Wanderers. The core of the Croatian team from 4 years ago remains. 4 of these players began the World Cup final. Kramaric came off the bench. The midfield trio, Modric, Kovacic and Brozovic, have 319 caps between them. Lovren still going strong at the back. Celtic's Josip Juranovic is the right back. Perisic now, Spurs, scored in both the semi-final and final of World Cup 2018. So Hakim Ziyech Texas in a Morocco side that he thought he'd left behind, vanished by the former coach Vahid Halilhodžić, the volatile, combustible one who lost his job because of his scandal with Morocco's star player. Sweeping views from swooping stands inside Al Bayt. On a warm old morning, but at pitch level, temperature is relatively comfortable thanks to this remarkable air conditioning, the retractable roof open.
The retractable
Shake Stadium. Now familiar countdown from 10 to kickoff.
The match is live. Let's go.
Since 1998, the second best team in Africa. Today, up against what 4 years ago proved to be the second best team in the world. Croatia in the whites with the red checks. And John Hudson, the former Wales striker, happily alongside me today. John, what sort of game are you anticipating?
Well, expecting, I'm actually expecting a lot of goals, so I'm expecting because there's so much quality on both sides. Look at El Nasri, playing for Sevilla, and the quality that Croatia have in Kramaric and Brozovic. So real good players on both sides, and I'm certainly expecting to get excited today, John, at some stage.
It's really noisy support for both teams. This is Kovacic to Kovacic. And now Dejan Lovren. Good number of course and distance specialists in this Croatia lineup after their exploits 4.5 years ago. It's not likely to run all the way to the World Cup final. This marks the starting point of the fourth and last World Cup for Luka Modric. Stride Regahi. He's only been in the job 3 months, parachuted in after qualification had been secured with the sacking of Kovacic. The series, that's right. Kovacic will be the base point for this Croatia midfield.
Oh, there's a foul already.
To Luka Modric. Managed to dodge the stamp on the foot by Ufal. There's Ratko Dalic, whose future is actually up in the air. He's out of contract at the end of this tournament. And has led Croatia to greater heights than ever before. Modric. Took him straight up with the cross. Good breakdown of communication involving Sofia and Amrabat.
You can just move to finish down there.
Is on loan from West Ham to Torino. Next generation for Croatia. For those who played at the final 4 years ago, now faded into at least international retirement. It's one of both ends in that showpiece game. Is now one of the assistant coaches, Mario Mandzukic.
Wait, do you have any players playing this match? Oh, Modric.
Watch me off at 5 minutes too. I don't really have time to really choose on. I wanted to change my choose for William, but I couldn't change it to anyone that I 100% knew would be scoring. So I just put it on low.
Oh, I don't know. I just made one change today. I took out Messi because he could give me the most money, innit? I took him out and I put in Rudiger. He's the only player I had playing. If I didn't have him playing, then I wouldn't have anyone playing today. Yeah.
Modric on that side, that team, I want it on the left foot.
You know what he's going to do? He's going to just pass it. He's just going to do that. Yeah. That's the one thing I hear about pitches, fam. One half's dark and the other half's light. Kovacic.
Modric.
I'm gonna change. Yeah, I think I've got that. I've got that 3, maybe 4 players.
Then we either got some Germany man or some Spanish man.
Oh, that's a first Spanish player, man. Yeah, that's a first.
I was thinking it's weird, but they be chopping and changing.
That's what it is. I don't know. The only person I know that should start is Ferran Torres. Really.
But you don't know if he's gonna do it. You don't even know
But
if
it's
he's
like, no, but then it's just like, but then this Cameron could just decide to be on some pep stuff and say, yo, yo, Ferran, just hold the bench and then you know.
because that's the thing. Because I was gonna put in either Rodri. I was gonna play Rodri, but I don't know if they're gonna play Rodri or Busquets, fam. Yeah, see, them. I'm not even trying to take no chances out here, fam. Should you say I was gonna put in one player, so I need that one player to definitely start. Yeah, I just had to put in Rudiger, fam. Hopefully, them man they can keep a clean sheet against Japan.
Hopefully not. Actually, yeah, hopefully they do go. They do.
Ooh, I love him. Man, Hakim Ziyech, Ben Manu, you know.
Yes, the follow through. It's the trailing leg from Brozovic. Hakimi. Ziyech.
I like his Ziyech, man. See, watching him as well, because that's a player who shows you are interested in. Guardiola. Wait, was that Brozovic? Guardiola was a Croatian player. No, it is him still.
37-year-old Modric.
They got all the itch, bro. That's one thing we always say about them, bro.
Support in terms of numbers inside the stadium, because all the seats are red, all the Moroccans are dressed in red, and the Croatians in a lot of red and a bit of white. The impression is, certainly from the audio, that Morocco have the majority. Yeah, I would agree with that. I would agree with that, John. Around the stadium. The other thing to say, it's not the first time we've reported it at this World Cup, is that the stadium is a long way short of full. Capacity 60,000, intriguingly was
10 minutes gone.
Yesterday officially.
10 minutes gone.
63,000 at the end of today. Well, this is what FIFA have said to explain why attendances are going above and beyond capacity. They've taken back some seats that have not been taken up by media and sponsors and commercial interests. Part of the overall capacity of the stadium.
Oh, lucky, bro. Anyhow, you made the right move. That was good defense, though, by Guardiola. If Ziyech would have got in that pass, Mama would have been in. Saying Ronaldo's been offered to Newcastle, but they're saying that he's not in their January plans. Chelsea was linked. Chelsea apparently was offered to Chelsea, but yeah, we're trying to keep our distance because Graham Potter doesn't really want to sign him.
Yes.
Whereas, do you think we'll ever play in Champions League again? For who? No, it's true. But not many of them will be able to pay his wages. And he ain't down to take no pay cut. Well, it's a him problem here coming to my team. Z! Oh, come on, bro. Anyhow. That hurts. Oh, that week. My score prediction for this match, I thought it's going to be a 0-0 thing. I don't feel like anyone will win. But it doesn't mean there might not be a goal. I don't necessarily see it.
He is actually, John, one of the main attacking weapons for Morocco. He's a real buccaneer. Yeah. Well, you know that Ivanovic and Sosa will do it for Croatia today. Ivanovic certainly goes forward. He loves to get over playing the
They say Sosa.
I'm the issue. I don't even know. I don't see why they would say his name.
Oh my
No one's
that's
there.
me. And then I'm gonna get mad at my teammates. Did you not see what I just done? Where was your ass when I need you to put your head on the ball?
Said, who's your captain today?
Bro,
Or you got KDB in your team?
that's the ball. Away from the keeper. Do you know what I'm trying to say? In the correct spot, just away from the keeper.
So far, you have an insight into this as a former centre forward. Kramaric is kind of very isolated figure for Croatia. Croatia have a lot of the ball, but it's been wide. They've not really got the ball into Kramaric.
Ziyech again, man.
Somebody uses pace, and he'll find them runs, which he does so well.
That's the thing about him, is that he can always do an spectacular ball, but then there's a lot of times where he just doesn't pick up the best pass and just gives away possession. So that's stuff that happens, man. So Apparently, he's just trying to look to leave in January.
Sometimes as well, John, where you maybe not, doesn't feel right at a certain club, but then you go to a Hoffenheim in Germany, and it feels right for him, and that's why he's getting his goals. To you when you went to Celtic, John. Forgive me, but what are you saying? I think really goes at West Ham. Well, on, John. I'm not saying that. I think it can happen to managers as well. There's no certain managers, no places don't do so well, and then all of a sudden it just fits. Hoffenheim's been certainly a great fit for Fernandes.
We on good terms again.
We are, mate, we are.
Juranovic.
Oh my god.
Oh! I didn't hit the body bit. These man playing with fire out here, fam.
It's a great strike from Kovacic from the Spurs player. Just over the bar. That's not far over, by the way. Always rising.
1,000 targets, he wasn't getting that, fam.
I just felt he was never really threatening the goal, John. We're always rising over the bar, but a decent effort from Kovacic.
Hey, ain't that Donny Dejan Lovren? Do you remember that time when he said he was the best centre back in the world? He got to a Champions League final and a World Cup final the same year. But yet he lost both of them. Unlucky. Good ball from Ziyech.
I think Andy Seary would be disappointed with this. I think he's almost got a chance. I think he misses the header, John. It's just the thing he misses the header. He's up.
How can you miss
It's a
that?
great chance for Andy Seary. I really do.
Certainly the best opportunity of this game so far.
Great ball in as well from Ziyech.
Morocco's just out there looking like Portugal.
Hey!
No?
Ziyech. You put it on the left for sure.
Temporarily sorts issues out for Croatia with Amrabat. Hakimi.
Left?
Oh, look at him.
Book him.
This is in Ziyech and territory for Lupi.
Ziyech time. Who Ziyech scored this?
Hakimi draws the foul here. You've seen there, he's first to the touch of the
No,
ball.
he's
Yes,
not.
and it's a foul.
No, he's not. Look.
Definitely free kick.
He went over the ball and
No, but my man kicked the ball away first, bro. Look. See him?
no, but the Moroccan player touched it first. Like he touched it first. Man.
Yeah, but you touched it to try to play it around the side. I've kicked the ball away, but at the same time, come through on me.
This occasion, Bukayo has walked away.
But man got the ball first.
Leaving Ziyech and Hakimi over the ball.
Ziyech, man, this could be your time.
Ain't for me, but a Croatian defender. No.
Yeah, he has body. You see that, man. He has bare man player. He has like 5 men. Not full of use, my people.
Ziyech and Hakimi both love a stage. And they don't come much broader than this. It is Ziyech.
There we go. On the Ronaldo time.
Comes back out to Amrabat. Down to Ziyech.
We're building it up.
Croatia on the break. Morocco's falling back to face
Oh.
Bare man, they got bare man behind the ball, boy. That Majwari only plays for Bayern Munich. He's got a little bit of pace about him still.
Go run at the defender, go run, show him your pace, but it's not he lost it. He actually does really well to win it back and keep it in possession, if you like, for his team. Initially, I thought Cambridge might have a run at the defence and maybe still got there.
Let's see what we found.
Looks at it,
Waste play on. Guardiola.
Modric's out wide. Modric's out wide.
Modric.
good for him back.
Subject of a significant bit from Chelsea in the summer. Of course, formerly of Liverpool. Hakimi.
Oh my days.
Kovacic. To that pursuit of dual nationals to assemble their World Cup squad. More than half the players scored outside the borders of the country. Ziyech. Hakimi.
He kept it on. Yeah.
Away by Sosa.
Oh, no. Have you know they're loving the African teams in this show? Have you know they will get a lot of calls given to them.
Ziyech. Many of Morocco's brighter moments. Amrabat.
Hey,
Lost him just for a second. Yeah, makes a really good run, and that's he really behind. This thing that's the running it keeps himself on side. And actually turns the wrong way, really. He turns away from the goal. Lands on his left knee. Just can't quite get turned there. Lovren actually does very well defensively.
for this guy goes to certain man can't get a clean sheet. Man.
consecutive wins. The big one in France in the Nations League in June. Also beat Denmark home and away, and a new benchmark for who's a good side and who isn't. They actually went to Saudi Arabia and won last week in their last warm-up fixture. This is a national holiday in Saudi Arabia today.
Kamarit to him. Wasn't Kamarit Floor that he's the striker?
What the? I don't know. That must be a bot, fam. Man said something called said set 69 fun said find your love here. These people are weird, fam.
Burst into proper life.
There's so much expectations of Argentina.
Weird bots, weird bots.
Possibly Argentina, the squad, you look through it and amazing, of course, Messi's last World Cup as well, Joe. Everything going to set the midfield group to do.
Just Saudi Arabia yesterday topped off with France's sweeping aside of an Australia team who had the temerity to take the lead.
Weird people.
Again, Giroud with a double. Sometimes Giroud doesn't always, but
He can't football scorer now.
Huh?
Really, he can't football scorer now.
No, he's tired. He's the same as Henry, 51, but he's gonna break. He's gonna score again.
I'm just lucky that I was seeing him.
He played for France as the striker in the last World Cup. He scored 0 goals. Yeah, in the last World Cup. Now, of course, they ended up winning it, so that's the main thing. Yeah. Yeah, he already has 2 goals. Fam, I was thinking to myself, when Australia went 1-up, I was thinking, damn, fam, maybe the curse could be real.
probably wouldn't have played yesterday to depends on what happened.
Especially because the last time that France won the World Cup, they had practically the same team, and they got eliminated in the group stage.
They definitely didn't have the same team, but unless they had a few midfielders.
No. I said in the last team that won the World Cup, so the 1998 team, when they went to the 2002 World Cup, they had practically the same squad. Huh?
What do you mean? They were the same squad.
I didn't see the exact squad, but they had Henry in 1998 was a young G. In 2002, he was there at Arsenal. In 2002, he was there at Arsenal, innit? So Anelka was better, Zidane was better, Trezeguet was still hard. He probably still had Desai, decent goalkeeper. They had other hard players as well. I can't remember off the top of my name. Vieira was still there. So, and they got knocked out in the group stage. And I was thinking to myself, wow, that team there was full of bare legends and they didn't have any injuries, but yet they still got knocked out. I'm thinking this team has bare injuries. And I was thinking to myself, and ever since Italy last won the World Cup, the team that's won the World Cup ever since 06 has got knocked out in the group stage of the World Cup. So Italy in 06 that won it, they got knocked out in 2010. Then Spain won in 2010, got knocked out in 2014. And then Germany won in 2014, got knocked out in the group stage in 2018.
France won it to the knockout.
They can still lose their next 2 games and still go on.
Yeah, that's a pen in a knockout, isn't it?
Yeah.
Knockout.
But I don't think they will based on the performance yesterday. They went 1-0 down in the 9th minute and then scored. Then by the 28th minute or 30th minute, they were 2-1 up. They scored 2 goals in 5 minutes. Then they added another 2 in the second half. Only England have I seen be as dominant as them in both halves.
So who else was France after?
In France are playing Denmark next. And then after Denmark, they got Tunisia.
Chelsea, but he does see teachers that many other players don't. Absolutely. You see, even in this game, this ball here, and Nasri is on his toes. There's plenty of time there to drift away from Lovren, I think it was. It's a really decent attempt from Ziyech, playing that diagonal ball into Nasri.
What's it called? Pep Guardiola extends his contract with Man City by another 2 years. His contract was going to expire next summer, so I think he meant to be here till at least 2025 or 2026. That means he would have been at Man City for 10 years if he ends up leaving in 2026.
That's what he wants to do. So I'll just put a whole 10 on it. So I won the final about 8 times. So yeah, man, we'll cut.
By Modric, but Perisic gives it back.
Just missing that 10 players lead.
I think Perisic and Kovacic need to get themselves in the game more. The 2 players either side that try and offer themselves more, take the ball in, get involved. This is Brozovic. In the series. The first time that Buffon has gone down and got nothing out of the Argentine referee. Kovacic. Sosa. Kovacic. Space. That's right. Yeah, Juranovic goes away, good control, looking to just get the ball in the box early, not one touch. Kovacic. My assessment of the game, John, was I thought there would be goals. I might have to change my assessment at half time. It's very tight, isn't it? It's little of this movement. I know it's been before, but it's not. As long as the defenses are on top right now.
Yeah, it sounds like we do.
Who is this?
Robbo, what's up?
Alright, cool.
See if he can see the goal. It's 4 matches at the helm.
Morocco and Croatia.
Constable, he's covered by teams for the last 4 World Cups, but fallen out with federations and star players. There's only been to one.
Just conflict. He was from Croatia.
But how about on this occasion? It was won by Hakim Ziyech.
Oh man. Oh.
The 17-year-old Bosnian vanished. Appointed on by Moroccans now. This is a long-term contract through until the next World Cup.
Okay, Joe. I'm doing a live stream. Did you have a good sleep? Hey, skipped him. Oh, why'd you stop running? You go lay down and leave me.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, there seems to be like a trigger from behind, and then one goes. They're not just closing in 1 2 2s. It's 4 and 5. It's very difficult. Croatia haven't really settled. As I said, they played in their bursts, but it's not like the Croatia you normally used to seeing, where they can thrust things up the pitch. Hasn't really, we've done some good things, but Modric normally can control football matches. He's that good.
Don't worry, Trey, you don't have to do that. It won't see you. So you can just move close to the camera and see you. You don't have to close. The camera won't see you.
Just completely took him up.
Okay.
He's on his way.
And put on some slippers.
He's given you a chance for tackles, but that's just as bad.
Because of the degree of cynicism. It's an interesting one because yes, it's a hot day, but the way that the air conditioning is designed in these stadiums, it's blown out from behind the seats, and it's blown out across the pitch, and
He's making it a lot cooler.
I wasn't very good on physics at school, but I'm told that people claim that cool air is denser than hot air, so it stays in and around pitch level. That's the theory.
Yeah. Even with that, it's still been reasonably difficult conditions. Finished game as well. It's not smelly early in the day.
It's so warm that Greg has decided to wear a jacket.
Not a shade on the pitch.
There is. Ziyech.
Snap.
Ziyech to the return.
What? Shut up, ref.
I'm telling you, you know they get bad advantages when they don't necessarily need it, man.
What do you think that's about?
No, I didn't say it. I didn't say that was. I'm saying they'll get a lot of advantages that they.
Ziyech's been playing, so once the player 1-2, he's got to make sure that he plays it back to Ziyech in his path. So Ziyech can come onto it and have a 10-from goal. They do really well to work it in the Croatian penalty area, and then they've got to do better. It's an invitation. Ziyech.
Talk about that first man, don't we? How many times do we see it? Got to get over that first three.
You're joking. You're joking. He's killing me.
So, who's that? Alex. Yeah, so,
To its news of this right winger. It's the first of three back-to-back live games on ITV1 and STV. Today, coming up as soon as we conclude coverage of Germany as they open their campaign against Japan, and then another former world champion, Spain, up against Costa Rica. That's from 3:10 this afternoon again, ITV1 and STV. And then tomorrow we can offer you Switzerland, Cameroon as the early game from 9 a.m. And in the afternoon, Portugal, Ghana. First public appearance of Cristiano Ronaldo since severing links with Manchester United. Portugal, Ghana, 3 p.m. the build-up, 4 p.m. the kick-off.
Will he start?
You feeling okay? Will he start? Will he take every free kick? Same answer, yes. Coaching half time here.
Just put the key on. I know he'll start.
I did. Waits to re-enter. Kovacic still waiting, finally gets the wave to come back on. Hakim Ziyech. Raphael across the path of Unai.
Yeah, they've probing, aren't they, Morocco? They have looked to me, John, the more likely to take the lead from Morocco. They've just done that little bit more in the attacking area.
And the series header probably should have scored.
Yeah, I'm sure. I think he's up. It's one of those where he's not reaching for it. He's already up, and he's just got to try and direct. A great ball in from Ziyech, by the way. And he's just got to try and direct that ball. Direct the header into the net, because I thought it was a good chance.
What other than a Perisic shot and my man missing that chance, chance to head of the ball. There hasn't been nothing going on in this match. Man. Oh, this match, bro. Oh, it's Happy Roll.
A bit like watching Denmark yesterday, John. I expected so much more, and I expected a bit more from Croatia because I was watching them previously. But again,
This
Croatia,
passing the ball, fam.
a bit of a slow build-up, and
It's a bit ponderous. That was anything but Valvano. It was emergency action.
How many times did the ball
He
there?
gets back on his line as
In the own half as well. Like.
feeds so sound.
Oh, good save.
His most important stop.
Okay.
His classic
See?
slide across. Bono is a very accomplished goalkeeper. the Zamora Trophy in Spain last year as the best goalkeeper in La Liga, playing for Sevilla.
Good save. Really good save.
Oh, appreciate the views, my people. Hey, Nathaniel got someone playing this match.
His first action, his second was still more significant.
Yeah, Kovacic, a good, really good ball in from short on. Kovacic does well. Gets in front of the defender. Good save for the goalkeeper with his feet.
Most likely Modric,
On target of this game.
unless you have Figueroa.
Brozovic. That's Hakimi.
Slap.
Ziyech.
Modric. Oh.
That's good. That's good, man.
Creates his best moments in the dying seconds of the first half.
Yeah, it was. Morocco do well to block this effort here by Vlasic. Forced to Modric.
Yeah, Modric most likely can get you past here, bro.
Still hit them. And for me, again, John, people got excited around us.
Nah, but I'm
Always
just saying he has 44 passes.
Yeah, but that's what I like. That's not a surprise though. A man like him should get me past here at the minimum if he does nothing else. Yeah.
Kovacic has made 28 passes.
He's made a good couple tackles, yeah.
2.
Wait, look at any tackles?
Huh?
Modric made any tackles?
No.
What's the difference?
Morocco nil, Croatia nil.
Only thing is that I've seen Kovacic for potentially getting past here.
Guardiola's made 52 passes, so he's definitely gonna get past him. The one that Fidel has in defense.
Oh. Yeah, but they want to concede.
Yeah, they do. So he'll get 10 points.
Exclusive new shows from the 8th of December. ITVX. Stream.
It's getting tight up at the top, though. We're not tight. And the final's only 6 points behind them. More 12.
And you've only got one player playing today.
Yeah.
Scary.
It's not because tomorrow.
Yeah, but man, it's like today.
Yeah,
They might lose that top spot, boy.
No.
In tip-top condition. Count on EE.
Praying on the really, yeah.
You're not far, far
As long as I get,
Just jumps off and hits a little header, innit?
if man gets a clean sheet, he's gonna get man clean sheet and past here. We'll get man 20 points.
Yeah.
So get me. That's all I need because ain't no one in the finals team I believe can get him 20 points as a captain. Huh?
So what if he put in the Croatia?
If he did, then boy, it's down to him. Isn't it? If he did that, then it is what it is.
Is that caramelised biscuit? Yes, Countess.
That's a bit of man.
That's why you can taste the difference.
So how many are coming? Just a few.
So let's tell people what Ziyech stats were for the game so far. I'm copying all this stuff. So So for the Chelsea players today, Kovacic, he's played 48 minutes, obviously that's including added time. Had 39 touches. He's made 28 passes, 87.5% accuracy. Key passes 0. Crosses, he's attempted 1 cross but wasn't accurate. Long balls, he made 2 and they were both accurate, so 100%. No shots on target, no shots off target, no shots blocked. Dribble attempts, he's had 2 dribble attempts but none of them have been successful. Ground duels 1. He's won 2 out of 4. Aerial duels 1. He's won 1 out of 1. Possession lost 8 times. Foul 0. Was fouled 0. Clearances 0. Block shots 0. Interception 0. Tackles 2. Dribble pass 0. And now for Hakim Ziyech. 48 minutes played. 0 goals, 0 assists. Expected goals 0.14. Shots on target 0. Shots off target 0. Shots blocked 2. Dribble attempts. He's made 2 but was unsuccessful with both of them. 34 touches, 13 accurate passes, 65% completion. Key passes 0. Crosses, accurate crosses 0 out of 2. Accurate long balls 2 out of 5. Ground duels 1, 1 out of 5. Aerial duels 1, 0 out of 1. Possession lost 11 times. Fouls 2. Was fouled 0 times. Clearances 0. Block shots 0. Interception 0. Tackles 1. Dribble pass 0. All of this information is from SofaScore. Reliable app. Make sure to download that. But also, in terms of Croatia, they've had the much better chances, especially during the last 3 minutes, 5 minutes of the match. Had a couple of attempts. Luka Modric, he nearly scored. A good save from the Moroccan goalkeeper. But for being honest, Croatia, they're not playing as good as people would have thought. Maybe some might have thought that they would have scored, but it's just how the World Cup's going. So far, we can't really say anyone, like if we said the team was dominant that half, is Croatia, but they haven't scored. In every game, bar in France's match and England's match, both teams have had a better half. So one team could have one good half, then the other team has the better half. So Morocco, if they was to have a better half in this second half, they could ultimately get a goal, and Croatia could find it difficult to break them down, as they'll put a lot of players behind the ball. But you have to wait and see. But yeah, man, that's just the thoughts so far. So yeah, man. Let me know your thoughts and opinions.
Oh man, if anyone's going to show that quality, it's going to be Modric, and he would have wanted to have done better, from that opportunity. But again, it's very speculative.
It feels like they're still heavily reliant on the likes of Hakim Modric.
Yeah. Dreadful in terms of quality from both teams. Morocco, on the other hand, in that midfield, the managers clearly identified that is the area we've got to stop Brozovic, Kovacic, Croatia, and they've done okay. They got caught a couple of times, and the pressing has been good. They're getting out. Every time the ball comes out, they're always good distances away. There's intensity. They're getting in the face, and Morocco, their game plan would be to nick the balls in their positions and go quick. You have to stop that free in there playing. Modric at that time, this is when Polly does have to get out, they get the press. When there's a Luka Modric, he's going to find spaces, and that's what he does. But for me, that's the most interesting part of the game. Who's going to win that? And then Nigel's right in the sense whoever comes out on top in the next 45 minutes in that midfield will win the game.
There's actually been a lot of positives said in the build-up to this tournament about the manager, Walid Regragui, because he only got appointed 3 months ago, and many people were saying, well, that's a bit brave just before a World Cup. But tactically. He seems to be getting it right, Nigel.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, to be only in a position for 3 months and also against a team playing like this in the biggest stage of international football says something about his qualities. I can see also that the players really listen to him. They show the aggressiveness that they need. And what we've been saying about shutting down the Croatia midfield in the first 45 minutes is a technical master plan. I mean, you need to have Modric, Brozovic, and Kovacic under control because otherwise you can't win the game. So in order for them to win this game, I think they're lacking a little bit in that final third, both sides, but I think they need to do something in the next 45 minutes in order to score a goal.
Okay, so no goals here at half time, but we've had 22 goals scored so far at this World Cup. We'll be hoping for lots more, and that could mean a serious cash injection for one lucky winner via our competition.
Time now for your chance at home to win an amazing £30,000 and an extra goal-busting bonus. Every goal scored during the tournament will add an extra £250 to a £30,000 prize pot. Count up the goals and count up that jackpot. For your chance to win, just go to the website. Entries cost £2. Text GOAL to 80567. Text costs £2 plus your standard network wave message. Or post your...
Damn.
Zoe's finally joining the early morning swim, spurred on by a new Apple Watch Series 8 she got from Vitality for £39 if she stays active.
Because Vitality is different, we don't just protect you, we encourage you to stay healthy too.
I think what she's trying to say is the water's rather cold.
Get your Apple Watch Series 8 with Vitality Health and Life Insurance, sharing the benefits of healthy living.
So,
Hey, man.
And now,
Safety shoes.
Mr. Butler.
My choice. With the rising cost of energy, we all have questions.
I've received my latest bill and it's jumped up so much I don't know how I'm going to pay for this. Okay, we'll get you in touch with the right thing.
Trust to ensure support is available for everybody, no matter who your energy provider is. If you're struggling with your bills, the first step is contacting your supplier. Search British Gas today.
All the feelings of football, sponsored by Google Pixel 7.
Here we are live at the Al Bayt Stadium. This was actually home to the opening ceremony that you would have seen a couple of days ago. And at the moment, it's goalless at half-time between Morocco and Croatia. And we're hoping that that won't be the case for the games that we have coming up. And surely it won't be. Two more live games to enjoy today on ITV1, featuring two former winners. Our build-up to Germany against Japan starts at 12:05, and that's followed by Spain against Costa Rica from 3:10. And Joe, I'm interested to get your thoughts. Germany in action against Japan. Now, they finished bottom of the group. They had a campaign to forget last time out, didn't they? What are you expecting this time around?
Always interested to see what the Germans have got, and there'll be eagle eyes on them. They usually turn up at tournaments. Hansi Flick's still in charge. Fantastic players. Jamal Musiala, his first tournament.
Jamal Musiala. No.
Thoughts in the second half? Are we going to see goals, Hal?
Yeah, I think so. But again, we mentioned around the
Hassan
intensity
which comes on for who?
from the teams, and Morocco have shown that, and they need to continue to show that
You're
against
very
Morocco
good.
5.
Right, well, let's see if we do get any goals. It's time to hand you back to John Hartson and John Champion.
And we bring you news of a substitution by Croatia with Mateo Kovacic of Atalanta in Italy coming on in place of Nikola Vlasic, who did receive treatment on the field at one stage towards the end of the first half. Has presumably succumbed to whatever injury that was. Changes to report by Morocco, whose exuberant supporters produced the dominant soundtrack to the first period of play here.
Second half is about to start.
Which will be a blessing to all involved. Some delay here as the referee looks towards the fourth official, some sort of clarification. I think we are missing a Moroccan player. And here we are, Soufiane Amrabat is the last to emerge. And you kept the world waiting for the best part of a minute.
I reckon he's done it on purpose,
Psychologically,
just to be out there, Everybody to see that he's done it.
has slotted in on the hand side. Of Celtic's Juranovic. Croatia opened their 2018 World Cup campaign against African opposition in Kaliningrad. They beat Nigeria 2-0 first up. It was thought at that stage that it was going to be as lengthy and successful a run as it proved to be. 7 games. In the final by France. The two teams in this group get underway tonight. Belgium and Canada. Belgium very much a known quantity. Being, are they at their peak still, or are they sliding down the wrong side of the hill? Canada, less so in terms of reputation, but the word is that they are the best team in CONCACAF at the moment, which means they're better than the United States and better than Mexico.
I'm going to play for Canada, John.
Really?
There's a lot of France who's living in Canada.
I saw you were born in Scotland. That's Swansea, British Columbia.
Newfoundland, a lot of my family, my grandfather
father fought in the Second World War. He was from Newfoundland. And when he was shipped in Swansea, he met my grandmother, and the story goes from there.
What a tale.
Absolutely, yeah.
Did you ever seriously consider it, or were you always so
No,
set on that?
he was always Welsh, you know, born and bred in Swansea, and it was always going to be Wales, but I had the option, but I just didn't quite take it up. Yeah. Clarkson is such an unusual name, but there's plenty of them in Canada.
Yes, please. Sosa. The referee responds to an offside flag. Has Champions League goals against Manchester City, Manchester United, PSG on his CV. So he will offer a scoring threat from the right side. Goalless draws yesterday, only one of the last World Cup in its entirety. Morocco's last 0-0 game of the World Cup against England in Monterrey in 1986, the day that Ray Wilkins was sent off.
Ray Wilkins sent off. Ray was the most classic man I ever met in my life.
Sent off 42 minutes into the game.
Whoa. This is so great.
Just
Oh, I love you.
it's a good kick. Sofiane Boufal, who occasionally delighted in the red and white of Southampton. One of the most memorable of Premier League goals, running half the length of the pitch against West Brom, the goal of the season back in 2017-2018. But he was also, John, horribly inconsistent and didn't help his cause when he was unavailable for a number of weeks, having stubbed his toe.
I'm trying to mess up Kovacic like that, fam. Like, man, he's so low. He was just trying to push it with it down to his hand.
Unusual victories that keep players up, isn't it?
It is. Cambridge.
Croatia just can't get out in the last couple of minutes. That's partly to do with Morocco's closing down and that pressure they're putting on the Croatian defence. Again, they're giving it away.
Is that not handball?
Space for Juranovic. Standing one up. This Hakimi with a critical header.
I let me do a penalty check.
Juranovic just dinks it to the back post.
What about this? Was it hands?
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
Actually getting more goal out action in this game. It's Modric.
It was flicked on. Kovacic going up.
Goal.
Away as Lovren turned it towards. And the player down. Manuel as well as the goalkeeper.
Right.
It's a brilliant touch from Kovacic from the Modric corner. Just a little tiny glance, but it makes all the difference. You should see it here, just there. The keeper's very brave, really brave from the goalkeeper. He knows the studs are flying around there. Look at that, and he's really brave. He gets a really crucial hand on the ball.
This round thing. And Lovren, the ultimate effort on goal. Masraoui is down for Morocco and requires treatment on the field.
Close to his arm, didn't it? Lovely. He's almost turned, isn't it?
It wasn't away from his body though, was it? So it would be deemed to be in an unnatural position.
No. That's why obviously they've not even had a check or even looked at it.
Regragui, his fourth game at the helm, unbeaten so far, yet to concede a goal. Wins over Chile and Georgia, a draw with Paraguay. Changed the formation of the team. It's a long-term plan and a long-term contract.
Oh.
Just going back to the Lovren incident. The replay wasn't entirely clear, but there's a suspicion that maybe he was outside the box, which, of course, in that case would mean that VAR couldn't intervene.
Which is a bit ridiculous, but it's not ball, it's not ball.
It is, but then if you're going to limit the criteria to is it a penalty or not, that's one of the four criteria. That's what you'd be looking at, and obviously if it's outside the box, it couldn't be a penalty. Was another awkward moment for Croatia. There have been a few.
See more pressure from Morocco, just unsettling Croatia defensively. It's 4 or 5 times that's happened already in the second half, but the press from Moroccan players. It means that the defenders can't then just quite pick their passes out well from the back when they come out of the ball. And unsettled.
He's stretching down below as he's back on the field, but not yet moving with total freedom.
Hit that forward. Yes, he doesn't think so though. Oh man.
Luka Modric. Kovacic.
Kovacic just
Oh,
wavelength there. Rarely see Modric just giving the ball away.
Croatians for here in significant numbers. 10 of the last 11 major tournaments. Kovacic, Brozovic, Ziyech.
From Morocco looks very comfortable, John, with his feet, doesn't he?
The guy who doesn't look comfortable is Mazraoui, the left back, who's just signalled to the bench that he's got a problem, and I think he may have to be substituted here.
Mazraoui looks finished though.
Has got out to one of the substitutes who was warming up the way to our left.
Go over Mazraoui. Can't see him continuing with you, John.
That moment on. In with a shout of just their third ever win at a World Cup. Their last was against Scotland in 1998. The day when Craig Burley was sent off. Think of the good Moroccan players down the years. Nordin Neighbour would be one who played for many of Europe's top clubs. Had a spell at Spurs. They've always had two or three, but never enough to have a really effective team. Maybe until now. I mean, you played with a couple of very good Moroccans.
Yeah, I remember playing with one, Mustafa Hadji, at Coventry when I played this spell there. And the Golden Striker, and he was terrific, by the way, Mustafa Hadji. And another one was Chico, that also played, and he's also a Moroccan player. But as I said, Hadji he was incredible. He really was. Maybe not an awful lot of people saw him or appreciated him, but I actually knew how good he was. Training with him every day, you know, outstanding footballer.
You're remiss not to mention that he went on to play with some success for Aston Villa as well.
Went on to Villa, then I went to Celtic. Craig Bellamy went to Newcastle, and Mustafa Hadji went to Villa. So I still say Coventry have never been back since we got in 2000. Maybe if we kept on to players, and we might well have come back the next year, but it wasn't happen anyway. But I was incredibly blessed to have played with many great players, but Hadji was certainly one of them.
So the replacement for Mazraoui at left back is Atiad Allah. Plays for Wydad in Morocco. And here's Guardiola for Croatia. Juranovic.
This match is dry. Match is dry.
It's a lot of running. Take charge, none the worse for wear after that challenge save that left him in the back of his own net. Ziyech. Hakimi. Attacking force.
Oh my days, bro. Come on.
Atiad Allah. Deflection on. Launched upon by grateful Kovacic.
think the series just totally misses this. Oh, no, not quite. It's beyond it. Just looking at it on a replay, it's just slightly beyond it.
Modric, Brozovic.
Done that really well today, John Amrabat. Scott's holding on the right time.
Come on, play. Oh my days. Play him in. These men are killing me, fam. Honestly, I don't see why man is not playing him through. Let Morocco get a goal, fam. Honestly.
This is the best part of 30 yards out.
Did they shoot from here, John?
They're not going to shoot. Might as well just cross this in.
You're the expert.
Well, Hakimi is over the ball. Ziyech is also over the ball. Very ambitious to shoot from here, I've got to say. It's got to be some strike.
Appreciate the views.
Mateo Kovacic, the Croatian goal from here. It's got to be some effort. I would say more than I think that's 35 yards out, John.
Makers of this World Cup ball claim it travels faster than any of its predecessors.
It's good to be in that shape.
And you're about to find out it's Hakimi.
Ooh! Good strike.
Seriously
Well, that was close. That was close.
Yeah, just cross to the side. And Hakimi a straight at Livakovic. Doesn't really test the goalkeeper. Hit with real good power though. Decent strike.
And the substitution imminent here. By Morocco. And it's one of those wild cards in the team who's coming off. He's being replaced by Mateo Kovacic Croatia from Barcelona. Certainly is a wide midfield player. Modric.
Come on. Morocco, get a goal.
2 of their last 14 games. 2 defeats in 3 years.
It's that man again though, Amrabat just intercepts that pass coming into the Croatian front man.
Man, come on, do your thing, bro. Come on, man.
Amrabat has a good game so
Oh my days. How many times have you given the ball away? Good recovery. Oh my days. Man, literally should have given back the ball.
games that stretch now, isn't it?
Whoa.
How much does Croatia's experience in tight World Cup situations count? Times like this.
I past account for a lot. I think they've had great experience, great success as well in World Cups. Tournament, really good tournament team. They've got a little bit more know-how than Morocco. But Morocco put up a great fight. They still look a threat when they go forward.
Judges of African football who reckon that maybe Morocco are the best bet for that particular continent to go the furthest this time. It's a difficult group to get out of.
These guys, man, honestly, just give the ball away so much.
They've matched up and they've done exceptionally well. They've created opportunities.
Croatia, they have so many ballers in their team in the midfield that they're always going to have control of the game. But damn, man, their lack of attacking for up top, boy, it's pain.
I think Juranovic will do if he gets a chance. He'll take a touch and then the next touch is going in the box. Watching Juranovic for the last 15 months, that's what he does. Great delivery as well for Chelsea. Makers are only on the right if they can see and get the ball out to him.
So.
Man said, well, if I'm honest with you, man wanting 300k, I don't think he wants 300k, but I think like it's to do with might be what's that stuff called? 300k for Mount. That's too much for him right now. 200k I would give him, but if I'm honest, this might be with incentives. You know how like Todd Boy is trying to give different people different contracts where they could earn a certain amount if they hit certain targets. So if he hits the certain targets, then I'm in it. But in terms of who I think will win the World Cup, I think Brazil will win the World Cup. That's who I think will win. Let's be real. If we're gonna have like Reece James is new contract. I swear Reece James ain't even earning 300k, and he's more important than what Mason Mount is to our team right now. So if Reece ain't on 300k, then Mount definitely shouldn't be. Well, yeah, no, I feel like Brazil are gonna win the World Cup. Who do you think? Oh, lucky. Mm-hmm. This team is too strong. Like in terms of like defense, only thing you can really say is that their wing backs or fullbacks ain't 100, but their goalkeeper, centre backs, the DMs, the central midfielders, their attackers, especially their attackers, is peak. And my thoughts on France. I'd be real. Them and England are the two teams that have impressed the most so far because in most of the games, if you watch the World Cup, most games, one team will have one good half, then in the next half, the other team will have the good half. But in the England and France games, they were both dominant throughout the whole entire match. Sure, they conceded, but you can't say that Iran played better than England in the first or second half. And for Australia, you can't say that they played better than France in the first and second half. So those two teams, they're strong. And they, over the first couple of games, they've impressed man the most, isn't it? So just see what they can do in the next couple of games. England next got USA and France got Denmark. both not easy matches, but if they handle them well, they qualify out of the group, and most likely I could see them both going far, at least to the semi-finals right now, based on how they played in the first match. No foul. Come on, man.
Took too long. Took far too long.
What's your thoughts on France and England?
Zulu just held up to the ball. He had options as well, but just didn't get his head up, didn't see a pass.
Next for Morocco is Belgium. It's the next for Croatia, it's Canada. It's the opening game in Group F. Kovacic. Sosa. Kovacic. Kovacic.
I respect your opinion still. Obviously, it's going to take it game by game with England. I hear it. I personally don't think, I don't think both of them, either of them will win the World Cup though, but France, one thing you can say about them is that obviously they got their injuries. And on top of that, there's that World Cup curse that ever since 2006, when Italy won the World Cup, they got knocked out in the 2010 World Cup in the group stage. Then when 2010, when Spain won it, in the next one in 2014, they got knocked out in the group stage. Then Germany won it in 2014, and then they got knocked out in the group stage in 2018. In my head, I was thinking that these men could definitely. So, no, but yeah, I feel like France, it will take time. They could go to the quarters. I think they could go to the semi-finals because their team is very strong. It's just about how they deal with it. Even now, Lucas Hernandez, their left back, he got injured. So he ain't even playing anymore for club or country because he tore his ACL. So that's a big loss for them. But their team is strong in it, so I have to wait and see. And so far, do I think it's been the best or a good World Cup? It's been okay. This Croatian match versus Morocco match is dry. Other games, Denmark, Tunisia, that wasn't a good game. Senegal, Netherlands, like they scored 2 goals at the end, but it wasn't necessarily a good match like that. And there was another 0-0. I'm sure there was another 0-0. I'm not sure of the other 0-0 game, but yeah, not that great. Oh. When are you doing a live show about Chelsea? Do you know Chelsea content people?
You let Morocco out from being in a good position, you're closing down. All of a sudden, he gives a foul away now.
Hey man, I'm down for a live. Obviously, I haven't done like one dedicated to Chelsea just to talk about it. I've been meaning to. It's just obviously it's just other stuff that I have to do. But no, we can definitely do a live. We just have to schedule it. I know about Carefree Lewis. Obviously, he does the Chelsea fan TV, appears on the Gem. I'm not too sure who he is, and a few others. So yeah, man, I wouldn't mind still. I just have to figure out the timing. Obviously, I got I got other stuff that I do as well. So just have to arrange it. Obviously, you can follow me on Twitter or add me on Snapchat or what's it called? Follow me on Instagram, and then we can message on there, innit? On a direct message stuff, so we can sort this stuff out. Also, I'll subscribe to your channel once this thing's done. Instagram, it's this account in it, so CFC_Willis Blue on Instagram.
Just takes Modric on you. Modric too clever, drops his shoulder on the wrong side and the back. Whack. Yellow card.
Ten minutes remaining this month.
You're not watching, are you?
I'm doing a watch on Croatia and Morocco have each other Chelsea.
No, but I'm saying not watching right now.
No, I am.
You are? Okay, sorry. It's handle tablet. It's not down there.
It's not down here.
Charger's down there though.
Yeah.
Okay, if I get it, I'll need you to put it on charge. I need to do some things on it. So,
Cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that.
Cool. If I'm honest, I don't feel like we will definitely get both of them. But I hope we do, because that will set us up for the next 10 years in sending defensive midfielders and we don't have to worry. But I feel like Rice is more of the person that will get more than Bellingham. Bellingham have been getting chased by Liverpool, and Real Madrid are just Real Madrid, innit? So I feel like he'll rather choose them over us, unless we give him a lot of money. But Rice, I feel like he will definitely come to Chelsea, in my opinion. We've been monitoring this guy for like 2+ years, and he has the unfinished business for Chelsea as well. Like he was playing for a youth team, went to the academy. Now he should come back, play with his best friend Mason Mount and other English talent. So I feel like Rice is therefore more feasible, but they're both not out of reach. Even though I think it's unlikely that we will get Bellingham, but who knows? What do you think? Oh my goodness. So. Oh. What, from our current team? Who would I sell? So who would I sell? I would sell Aspilicueta. I would sell Jorginho. I would sell Hakim Ziyech. I would sell the keeper situation. I don't even know. But who would I sell and keep? Let me just go through who I would keep. I'd keep Reece James. I'd keep Mason Mount. I'd keep Christian Pulisic. I'd keep Christian Pulisic. I would keep Raheem Sterling. I would keep Armando Broja. I would keep Ben Chilwell. I would keep Cucurella, even though he's been moving shaky. I would keep Koulibaly because maybe he could become better. over time, even though he hasn't been playing that well recently. I would keep Trevor Chalobah. I would keep Thiago Silva. I would keep Edouard Mendy. I would keep and I would keep Mateo Kovacic. N'Golo Kante, I feel like we should sell him or like extend his contract and maybe sell him because he can't play more than 30 matches in the season, and that's a big reason why we're in the struggles that we are. Because when we don't have a defensive midfielder that's like Kante, we just struggle. Jorginho, he can only be complemented by a player like Kante. So if it was to sell Jorginho, I wouldn't be unhappy because you could get some money for him. But yeah, I'd be raw. A lot of players. So yeah, players I would keep: Reece James, Ben Chilwell, Cucurella, Mason Mount, Christian Pulisic, Kai Havertz, Sterling, Trevor Chalobah, Koulibaly, and Edouard Mendy. So those are the players I would keep. And hesitation football. I'd be real. It's just to do with like the way we're playing right now. I feel like it's a lot to do with just people that we have in the team. Like if we're honest, with these injuries that we have, is peak. Like we can't push forward because we rely so much through our wing backs, and especially Reece James. So like without him, we're not going to be going up the field enough because even if we push up, the defenders that we have are not that quick, and we can be susceptible to the counter attack and get broken down very easily, especially because our midfield isn't that strong. But that's just what it is. When we can't control games, we're gonna be doing some sort of hesitation because we're not gonna be going up top consistently, not pressing the ball enough. But then we won't be controlling the game enough. So I hear your point in terms of hesitation, and to a degree, I get it and understand it. But a lot of it's down to do with injuries, in my opinion. I feel like if we have Reece James and Ben Shaw, if we had Reece James, Ben Shaw, and Kante back, our team will play so much better, so much better. But another person who I didn't say I would keep or sell, we should definitely keep. Oh yeah, Ruben Loftus-Cheek is real. Oh, you sell these men, okay? We sell Kepa, Mendy, Pulisic, Ziyech, Havertz, Jorginho, Kante, Ruben Loftus-Cheek. I keep Koulibaly, James, Silva, Fofana, Chile, Pereira, Pogba, Mount, Gallagher. No, 100%. I'll be real. Lewis Hall, big him up as well because he's been playing very well against Man City, and even though we lost to Newcastle, he had a good game in that match. Hutchinson, he's one for the future. Any talents that we have that are from Cobham, I'm not selling. I'm not selling no talents from Cobham because this is what we have to build on. And I would definitely keep Fofana. That's the person I forgot to mention when I said I'd keep. So yeah, man. Gallagher as well. And we have so much talent, but then Loftus-Cheek, I feel like we should definitely sell him. We should. He's not going to break into our team to be a starter when we have everyone fit. And like everyone you said that you would sell, I can understand it fully because Jorginho and Kante, they're getting to that time where they're not going to be performing consistently at the highest level. And everyone else, bar Mendy, hasn't hit the heights that we hoped. So Aspilicueta, he's just so old. But yeah, man, it is what it is. We need to get a right wing back in January. I'd be rude to you. We should have just what's my man's name? We have a player on loan. We have a player on loan that could play right back. Dujon Sterling. We might as well just take a risk with Dujon Sterling because if we get a right wing back, how many guys are going to come to Chelsea that are going to want to just be second fiddle to Reece James? We should just trust a youth player or an academy player like Dujon Sterling. Like, we're in a process right now, so we might as well just take the risk.
Sometimes it's very, very difficult to break down, difficult to score against. Because you can't literally, if you go to
I want us to get Calvin Peters. Let me check out that thing. That's good. So you want us to get Kyle Walker Peters? I'll be real. That's a good shout. Southampton and that, he's a good player, pacey and that. I just don't know if he would be able to. Would he want to stay at the club for a long period of time, just being on the bench? Because we know once Reece James is back, he's going to be starting there every single game practically. And what's Reece James getting injured? What do you think is because he's strong? I feel like with Reece James getting injured, it's to do with the fact of how he plays. He's so aggressive. He wants to be up and down, up and down, up and down. So that's the reason why I feel like he could get injured. If he can just control the game with more experience, he'll be able to handle himself a lot better, innit? He could still make those runs up and down, but not to the point where he's going to get injured. Because now this is the second season in a row he's been injured for at least 6 to 8 weeks. And that is so jarring for us because we need him so much. And to be fair, like, I feel like we've been in a project before. Like when Mourinho came, that time there when we had Hazard, we finished third in the league. The season before we got Cesc Fabregas, Courtois, Diego Costa. I feel like that was a project in itself as well, but that was just obviously a lot more quicker. But in terms of the project in this whole entire thing, then it's been the first time in a long period of time. So I just feel like we definitely have to give Graham Potter time. The fan base needs to stay strong, but it's going to be hard for them because obviously most of the fan base, we don't know to go out with success for a long period of time, and that's what we want. But all the time we've ever done that, we've always been able to win a trophy or two, and then always end up back in the same position where we don't win a trophy and we're not competing for the big titles. With Liverpool and Man City changing up the game in the Premier League for the last 5 years, we have to build for a long period of time. We have to have a manager that can stay at least 3 seasons. We have to. If we do that, the sky is the limit because we're going to be changing the culture, and we are a winning team. Even before Bramwich came, we was winning trophies. Maybe not as many, but we're winning. So we have to back him. Todd Bowley and Clear Lake, they have to back him because we sacked Tuchel, which is a decision I don't necessarily agree with, but we have to believe that we can just achieve it. But yeah, man, it's gonna be an interesting rebuild, and we rely on us. We rely on our defense so much. Our defense has been our standing ground for the last 2 seasons. Without our defense, we would be nothing. We wouldn't have won a Champions League without our defense. So it's not just our right wing back or our left wing back, it's the whole defense as a whole. Our attackers need to do more. They have to contribute more instead of relying on our defenders to contribute more. And what players do I want at Chelsea? The players that we're linked with, I would want Jude Bellingham, Declan Rice. I want Nkunku. Apparently that's all wrapped up. I want Zakarian, and I want Endrick. I really want Endrick from Palmeiras, because this guy, he's a baller, and he could be an answer to us, because never before have we ever had a wonder kid or a kid like him doing the stuff he does at his age. Like, Argentina's never had a Ballon d'Or winner, and Brazilians, they're most known for being some of the best players ever. And I feel like with him, if we allow him to come and just trust that he can develop, then I feel like we can therefore dominate the league for a lot of years, because who's to say he can't come to the league and be a force to be reckoned with? We don't know him about. So, yeah, man. So if I want players at Chelsea, I want Endrick, I want Jude Bellingham, Declan Rice, and Nkunku and Zakaria. All players that can help develop the team. And Guardiola from Croatia. We need a centre back, because Thiago Silva can't be doing this for a lot much longer. So yeah, man. But a goalkeeper, I know that people want us to get a different goalkeeper, but who do we go for? Like, we're linked with Robert Sanchez. I'm all hearing apparently we're linked with Jordan Pickford, but forget about Pickford. Sanchez is the only person that I would recommend, just because he's a good shot stopper and he's been good. Like, in Nkunku, he'll play through the centre. So, like, Rafael Leao, he could play on the left. Fair enough. Trossard, Sanchez. You have to wait and see, innit? Trossard, I don't know, like, he's having a good season, but bar the season, he's been inconsistent in terms of goals and assists, and that's the reason why we would want him to get the goals and assists, but we don't necessarily know if he will get those goals and assists come next season, and so on and so on. Robert Sanchez, I would take him if we was to sign a keeper. I would, because he's a hard keeper. He's very hard. So I would like that. So out of everyone you said, the only person that I probably wouldn't necessarily take is maybe is Trossard. Everyone else I agree with. I can understand, and I would be happy if we got them. I would be. So yeah, man. But it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. You know, we got a lot of things to look forward to. But this match has now ended. 0-0. Croatia, Morocco, dry match. But at least Kovacic and Hakim Ziyech team's got a point. So yeah, no, I hear it still, and Nkunku, yeah, we definitely got him. So, and his stats are mad. It's unfortunate that he got injured. Hopefully, he returns back and can do a mad thing when he comes back for Leipzig. We need a player like him. We need him. We need a player like him so much. Can make something out of nothing. So, yeah, man. But my bro, DLCFC, I appreciate you for leaving the comments and for viewing this watch along. I appreciate that. Man's gonna do a next one for the Spain versus for the Germany versus Japan match. So feel free to join that one. But love for the comments, love for connecting. I'll follow you back. So love, my bro. Big up, my guy, and I'll see you later in a bit. Thank you to everyone else who joined the watch along. Means a lot. Remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, and Facebook for more Chelsea content. The game has ended 0-0. So yeah, man. But at least no one lost. So big up Kovacic and Hakim Ziyech, who had decent performances. But yeah, man. I'll be doing the Germany versus Japan in about half an hour. So look out for that. Love to everyone. Catch you guys on the next video. I'm CFC with this blue, and I'm out. Peace.
from Canada, who have not featured at a World Cup in 36 years, and that game is later on this evening.